All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ohio! Ohio! Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Malone. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
throwing on first down. Malone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen looks to throw on second down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. McKinnon. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down. Malone. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Malone, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Flex round!
Looking to throw. Malone is going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Malone. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Malone. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Quarterback now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with the keeper. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down. Malone, he's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Jones breaking from the contact. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Check, 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 check.
Off-play action. Malone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as